Stuck.
Stuck.
Temperature.
Temperature.
Around.
Around.
Awful.
Awful.
Bill.
Bill.
Ice.
Ice.
In my opinion.
In my opinion.
Located.
Located.
Discussion.
Discussion.
Explain.
Explain.
Explanation.
Explanation.
Immigrate.
Immigrate.
Immigration.
Immigration.
Transport.
Transport.
Good. All right, so which one of these words do you want to talk about? Their meanings, los significados. You know all of them? Wow. What about stuck? How would you use that word, stuck?
Stuck, like tú estás atorada, ¿no?
I don't know this word in Spanish, honestly.
No. No. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up. I believe you. But let's be sure. I'm wondering how they're going to use it in the reading today. Stuck. Google Translate. The temperate, the thermostat is stuck at 30 degrees. Okay, that's what you said, atascado.
Sí, eso es diferente. Atorado, atascado, es lo mismo.
Okay, good, good. So it's like stuck. Good. Excellent, excellent. Let's see, and notice that the words on this side, we have several that are have ION at the end of the word. And in fact, we're going to focus on that sound. With these words, we'll practice them a little later in the lesson. But know this, when you have a word that ends in TION, the sound is usually like this, chun. Okay, like transportation. Actually, it's more like shh. Transportation. And SION is also this shun sound. So when you see either one of these, it does not sound the way that it looks, like all English words. So we have discussion, explanation, immigration. Okay.
And transportation.
Yes, and transportation. Thank you. So we'll see those in our reading today. Where is my lesson? Okay, so let's get started. Oh, I was peeking. So in this lesson, we're going to read about choosing a place to live. And we're going to be reading, someone's writing, and we're going to determine what is their purpose for writing, how to identify opinions versus facts, and how to express our own opinion politely, and also use these nouns that have the shun suffixes. So take a look at this list. Make it bigger for you. When we choose a place to live, and we started this conversation last week, there are things that are important to us, and it changes from person to person. And here's a list of different questions that a person might consider when they're buying a home. So I'd like for you to read this list for about a minute, and choose your top 3 questions that are important to you when choosing a home. So take about a minute to read. Oops. Oh, there you are. All right, Susie, what are your top 3 questions?
The first one is how much is the cost to rent an apartment?
Okay.
Second one, are the schools good? And is it safe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Abby, can you hold up your fingers? Which ones are important to you? Are the schools good? Got it. Seven, is it safe? Mm-hmm. One more. Number 1. Ah, yeah. Cool. Excellent. So these are things people consider, and it changes from person to person depending on their values and their opinion. So let's take a look at some of the vocabulary words from our list used in context. I would like for Susie for us to practice reading these out loud. Would you prefer me to read them first and then you read them second to hear
Whatever you
the
want.
pronunciation? Okay,
Mhm.
so I'll read first and then you can you can repeat.
Mhm.
You can have a great social life. There's a lot to do, so people go out instead of staying home.
Mhm.
Now
Okay.
you, Susie.
You can have a great social life. There's a lot to do, so people go out instead. Oh, can you tell me again that word? Instead?
Staying. Which one? Staying?
Instead. Instead.
Oh, instead of.
Instead of.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Instead of staying at home.
Good. And that's in vez de, right? Instead of.
Instead of. Okay. Thank you. You're froze. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, good. That's nice. Okay, number 2, temperatures are not too high in the summer. The weather is nice.
Temperatures are not too high in the summer. The weather is nice.
Good. The winter is long. There is snow on the ground from November to May.
The winter is long. There is snow on the ground from November to May.
Good. Sound great. Abby, you look great. And I bet you sound great too. Good job. Number 4, the public transportation isn't good. Everyone drives, so people are often stuck in traffic.
The public transportation is not good. Isn't good. Everyone drives, so people are often stuck in traffic.
Good. Public. It's a short U. Public.
Public. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
The first word.
Good.
Public.
People are friendly, so it's easy to make friends.
People are friendly, so it's easy to make friends.
Good. Excellent. So I don't know where they're talking about, but I'm a little worried about this long winter, November to May with snow. What do you think about that, Susie? Would you live somewhere with snow
Yes.
that much?
Chicago. In Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Abby, would you live in a place with snow from November to May?
Oh, from November to May is not that long in Chicago also,
No.
but
But you're right, it is cold up there. Yeah, that's too much snow for me, in my opinion.
mhm.
I like the snow, but I like warm weather more.
But not warm like over 100 degrees.
Oh yeah, that's hot. No, thank you. I think we have in Indiana, we have a nice mixture of all the seasons, don't we? Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Cool. Alrighty, well, we're gonna meet someone who is looking to move from New York to Minneapolis, which is in Minnesota, which is where all that snow is. So we're going to listen to this, and I hope you follow along while we read. But it's Cindy is looking to move, and she's posted on social media. So she has gotten some other posts in reply to her, which is very common. When we want to buy something or make a big decision, we ask the community, we ask our friends, we ask our family, and nowadays people ask Facebook, right? And people have a lot to say when you ask them on Facebook, I hear. I'm not really on it, but people are talking. So let's consider, while you're listening, why did Cindy post the message and who responded to her? And I'll make this bigger so you can follow along, and let's listen.
Cindy posted September 18th, 6:49 p.m. I live in New York, but I'm thinking about moving to Minneapolis. I'm an immigrant, and I'm looking for a city with a large immigrant community. Is Minneapolis a good place to live?
Jack posted September 18th, 7 p.m. I think you should move to Minneapolis. It's a great city. I grew up in Somalia and moved to Minneapolis in 2008. There are around 250,000 immigrants here, and we try to help each other. After I came here, an immigrant from India gave me my first job. It's also not an expensive city. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment is around $1,200 a month, and you can find apartments for less than that. You'll pay a lot more for rent in New York or Los Angeles. The public transportation here is very good. The metro has more than 35 stops. There are also a lot of jobs in Minneapolis. Several big companies are located here. I work for one of them, and I earn enough money to pay my bills. I even save some money every month.
ATS posted September 20th, 10 a.m. I really don't think you should move here. In my opinion, Minneapolis is not a good place to live. Jack is right about one thing. There are a lot of immigrants here, but the city has one big disadvantage: the weather. The temperature in the winter is around 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and it stays cold for about 5 months of the year. It usually starts snowing in November, and it doesn't stop until the spring. I moved here 2 years ago, and it's been hard for me to make friends. I blame the weather. When there is snow and ice on the ground, People stay home instead of going out. It's hard to have a good social life when you're stuck at home. Before you make a decision, think carefully about the weather. It's awful. I'm moving to Houston at the end of the year. It's warm there.
Oh, it's warm in Houston. She's going to Texas. All right. Any questions? Any questions or doubts about any of these words? Those are two very different opinions. Good. So Susie, why did Cindy post a message on this board?
To see some idea how is the place she's going, no?
Yeah, she wants to know what it's like and how it is. Good. And who responded to her?
Jack and ATS.
Yeah, ATS. Does she know them? Do you think she knows these people?
Maybe no.
Doesn't seem like it, but they're sharing their opinions. Good. And we got some more questions that we'll talk about on this page. So this is a forum, by the way, City Living, and Jack and ATS are, I guess, members of this forum. So what is their purpose? What do you think their purpose is, Susie?
To tell what is thinking each one about the place we are living.
Good. Sometimes it's hard when you look online for things and they only show you the good parts, right? The beautiful pictures, but really we want the inside scoop. And that is an expression in English I will teach you now. Have you heard that before?
Mm-hmm.
Inside scoop. And it's basically the real information about real life. And usually that comes from experience, not someone selling something to you. Have you heard this before, Abby? Inside scoop. ¿Has oído la expresión? Inside scoop is like the real details based on real experience. So that's nice. So what is Jack's purpose when he's writing? What is he trying to do?
So yes, it's a good place to live. Come to live here.
Yeah, he's trying to convince her
Mhm.
to move. And then ATS?
Well, she said her experience about she don't like the place.
Right.
Whether the place, the social life.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. Who is right?
Both.
They're both right.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both telling the truth. They have a difference of opinion, and that's okay. And depending on Cindy's values, she can use that information to make her decision. Good. Is this the same reading that's on the student lesson too, Susie?
I don't understand the question.
On the student lesson for this lesson, is it the same?
It's
Oh,
close. Yeah, it's close.
similar. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. All right. So now let's try to identify these opinions and versus the facts. So let's look at what Jack says here. And there are some underlined sentences here. Some are information, some are informative, and some are opinion-based. And we can tell because we say things like, I think, in my opinion, or they'll use judgment words like great or awful, right? These are words that describe their adjectives, but they depend on the person. So take a look at Jack, and can you pull out 3 opinions, Susie?
It said the rent is, well, for his opinion is not too bad, because in New York and Los Angeles it's more expensive, it said. There have a lot of jobs in several big companies.
Is that a fact or an opinion?
Factor.
I think it sounds like a fact.
Mhm.
Where does he, a couple of these, some of them are just information. Can you find one that's an opinion that maybe he says how he feels?
Yes, he said the people is nice. They help him to find a job.
So saying people are nice is your opinion. Some people may say, ugh, the people are mean. So he believes they're nice. That's good.
And his opinion is he pay the bills. He have money enough to pay bills and save money.
Good. And he even saves money. So those would be facts. Those aren't his opinion. They're just information. So one opinion he has here is the public transportation here is very good. That is subject to his opinion. Some people may be like, ugh, I hate the public transportation in Minneapolis. So that would be his judgment or his opinion. Good. That's about the only one that's underlined that I can find. Everything else. What about this? It's a great city. That's an opinion. Because clearly ATS below is like, this city sucks. I'm leaving.
Maybe it's a great city in summer.
There you go. Yeah. So let's take a look here. I really don't think you should move here, in my opinion. So there's one. Minneapolis is not a good place to live. And then she talks about the weather, which is a fact. But she says, in my opinion, and then down here, it's awful. So when I ask for advice, I tend to believe everything I hear. So if I talk to one person and I hear one person's opinion, oh, that is also my opinion. And then I talk to somebody else like, oh man, you're right. Good idea. Good thinking. So I think I've learned as an adult, that was maybe more when I was younger, to listen and consider all opinions and then make my own decision, right?
Yes.
All right. So now let's think about Jack right now and what he has written in his post. And we want to decide if these sentences are true according to Jack and Jack's opinion. And we're going to find the evidence in the text. So number 1, it's easy to meet other immigrants in Minneapolis. Abby, is that true or false? Does Jack say that it's easy to meet immigrants? Yeah, he does. Good. And Susie, where in his text does he say that?
He said, after I come here, immigrants from India give me my first job. That was easy for him to find somebody.
Great. And he says 250,000. That sounds like a lot. I know Minneapolis is very big. It's a very big city. But that sounds like a lot. Good. Yeah. And yeah, an immigrant from India gave him his first job. He doesn't talk about struggling with that. That's good. Cindy will probably live far from the metro. True or false, Abby? I have to read it again. I don't remember. Okay. And can you find that evidence, Susie? Cindy will probably live far from the metro. Why is that false?
I don't know. I'm trying to read where it said, but I don't know.
Can I make it bigger? Would that help?
No, I can read, but
Oh.
I don't find where it said about
Yeah,
it.
they've flipped. It's a negative question about something positive. So Cindy will probably live far from the metro. Well, here it says the public transportation is very good. The metro has more than 35 stops. I don't know if that's a lot or a little, but in his opinion, it seems like it would be a good thing. So she's probably close to a stop, a bus stop.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Well, but don't say the specific Cindy live far or maybe live far or
Right. And that's why Abby said no, she'll be close because there are a lot of spots. Right, Abby? Did I read your mind? Good thinking. That was a tough one. And then Cindy will probably have enough money to pay for things she needs. True or false, Abby? According to Jack. Yeah, yeah. And where's the evidence for that, Suze?
because Jack worked one of them and he earned enough money to pay bills and even save money
Yeah,
monthly.
awesome. Man, Jack makes Minneapolis sound like a really good place to live, doesn't he? Do you think he works for like the city of Minneapolis, maybe the tourism, or trying to attract new residents?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, let's look at what ATS has to say. All right, same thing, but now we're talking about what ATS said. All right, back to you, Abby. True or false? The winter is very cold. According to ATS. What does she say? Is the winter cold or is that false? Yeah. Where does she talk about that, Susie? Where's the evidence?
It said is around 10 Fahrenheit, 10,
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, and it's cold for about 5 months, 10 degrees.
It just now got cold in Indiana, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm freezing. I don't think I could do 5 months. We went to the park today for lunch, and it was freezing. We sat in the sun. It did not help. We did not stay long.
The wind was really cold. Chilly.
Yeah. And usually the sun is helpful, but it gets dark. It starts going down so soon. It doesn't help. Yes, the winter is very cold, and she says it's 10 degrees. Okay. Abby, true or false? The winter is short. False. How long is it, Susie?
5 months between November and May.
Yeah, I think it said that on the last page, but the spring, yeah, that's May. And Abby, do people go out a lot? Yeah. So what do you think? Where's the evidence for that, Susie? People go out a lot.
They usually stack when snow and ice are on the ground.
So that would make this false, actually. They do not go out. They stay home. They get stuck at home. And because of the weather, or ATS is blaming the weather. So this one is false. They don't. They stay home. So is there an expression in Spanish that's go out?
Vamos afuera.
Vamos afuera. Is that something you say a lot? Like, I'll say, "Oh, honey, let's go out this weekend." Is there an equivalent in Spanish?
Well, nosotros decimos vamos a en verano, vamos al parque, vamos a pasear, no
So it's more
precisamente
specific.
afuera, pero a pasear o así, diferente.
Because it's a verb phrase for us, go out, and it's together, and it means to be social. Like, Zach and I, we don't go out that much. We may go out for our anniversary next week. 14 years married.
Early happy anniversary.
Thank you. We
How long?
together.
20 years.
14 years we've been married. We've been together for 17 years.
Congratulations.
We're good. So far, so good.
Yeah.
All right. Do you go out, Susie, a lot?
Not right now. The COVID
Oh, yeah.
is, we're here stuck. With the
Yeah,
COVID.
we are stuck. Abby, did you go out before COVID? No. And now? No. That's right. We are stuck. And looks like it's getting worse out there. We'll see.
Yes, I miss going out.
Yeah. Stay home. Stay home. Good job, you guys. Okay. So now we are going to consider our own neighborhoods. Okay. So think about your neighborhood where you live. And now we're going to persuade each other with our opinions about those neighborhoods. So we can talk about these items for our neighborhood, and then we can use these types of adjectives, and we can see how persuasive we can be with our own opinions, like Jack and ATS. So I'll start. In my opinion, you should move to my neighborhood, Crystal Springs, okay? We are very close to the new bridge. There are many places to shop and many things for social life. They are doing construction on new restaurants and new hotels, and the movie theater is finished now, Escape Theater. We have a park at the front of our neighborhood. It's so close, you can walk there. I don't, but you can.
I will
drive.
also live on your neighborhood now.
Yeah,
So nice.
it does sound, I know, I'm being very persuasive on it. The people, it's very quiet. Our neighbors are very nice. And we don't see them that often. Everyone minds their own business. And there's a school very close, Utica Elementary, and it's a very nice school. And the weather here is beautiful. We sit on a hill, so I can see the sunset every night from my deck. You should live in Crystal Springs. Abby, do you want to live in Crystal Springs now? Okay. All right, now Susie, you will talk about your neighborhood and give your opinion about it. Okay.
Yes, our neighborhood is so pretty. It's so quiet. You don't see anybody around the whole day. It's really, really quiet. Um, it's a really small town. We don't have much to go. It's the bad things is we don't have many places to go to
Out.
groceries, or we have just Walmart and JC.
Oh, okay.
Don't have any mall or big store. No big restaurants or nothing about that. But it's everyone's know everyone.
That's nice.
Yes, everyone say hi when you see somebody there, and it's the schools are good. All the people, the schools is worry for everyone who is on the school. They have a special thing on Christmas. They have a care everyone, and they have really each year a little present for everyone, for all the kids.
Nice. That's really special. You
Yes,
can't get that in a big town. That's a small town thing.
it's a small town. I love this place.
That's awesome. Well, now I want to move to Scottsburg. Abby, should we move to Scottsburg now? That's far. It's far, but it's beautiful. There's a lot of trees too. Is there a lot of countryside? I like that. I
We
like
have
that.
a beautiful lake,
Mhm.
Iola.
Iola.
It's a beautiful lake here. You can go to walk around on just seats there, and then watch the dogs around.
Sounds lovely. Great job. Okay, now your turn, Abby. We'll imagine what you're saying.
Yeah, we want to go to live there too.
Oh, now we're going to Abby's neighborhood. You did such a good job. All right, great job, you guys. Let's take a look at these suffixes, shun. And some reason I decided to move to Minneapolis. It was the right decision for me. So we'll complete the sentences with the words given and make any necessary changes. So looks like at the end of the line, we have two choices. Immigrate is a verb, okay? Emigrar, is that it? And then immigration is a noun, inmigración. So we have to decide which form of the word goes where. You want to give that a shot, Susie, for number one? And when you say the years,
Early 19th, in the early
1900.
there was a lot of immigration on the United States. That's when my grandparents immigrate from Russia.
Good. And in this case, we will put it into the past tense. Can you predict what the past tense will be for immigrate?
They immigrate and
Oh, sorry.
well,
We're not. ED, sorry. I do that all the time. I'm so sorry. I think about pushing the button and then I actually push the button. Right, so it is a regular verb. In the past, we add the D for the ED. Good. All right, number two. So here we have the verb explain And then the noun explanation. So try that one, Susie.
Our landlord explained how to use the washer and dryer, but we don't understand his explanation.
Good. Yeah, he explained. And here's another example. I was teaching past tense yesterday at the school, and it just reminded me when we have ed on the end of the word, don't always expect it to say ed, because usually the e sound is not present. So in this case, explained, es que la e no existe. So it's like sin la e, explained. And you said it great. Yeah, they didn't understand his explanation. All right, number 3, discuss and discussion.
My wife and I are going to have a discussion with our landlord today. We need to discuss the problems we're having with the windows and the bathroom.
Good. Abby, I'm reading your lips. Good job. Estoy leyendo la boca. Very good. So have a discussion. And in this case, good job, Susie. You saw that this is the infinitive. And we usually use the infinitive after the first verb. And need is one that we always say to discuss. Good job. And number 4.
When we moved to New York, we use our van to transport our things. Other kinds of transportation were too expensive.
Very good. Another example of the infinitive. Excellent. Any questions about those words? Anytime you see a time in a century, well, I guess this is a century, we'll say the first number that you see is 19, and then the 00 will be hundreds. So in the early 1900s, and that can be, when we talk about history, the same applies for any century. So this would be the 1700s, the 1800s, the 1900s. Now here's something funny. Most of like the new adults in our society that are 18, 19, 20 years old, they were born in the 2000s. So they're making jokes on the internet that, Abby, when were you born? How old are you? You're younger than me, I know you are. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 30. Okay, one more time.
39.
39, 10, 20, 5. Oh, she's 29. Okay. Okay, then you're close enough. So some people are saying, "Oh, my mom was born in the late 1900s." And I'm like, "Oh my God, that makes me feel so old." Don't say it like that. But it's true. I was born in 1984. That's the late 1900s. Oh my God, that's so weird. Anyway, so we're going to say whatever the number is at first. It's usually in the teens, and then the 00 will be
You need
100.
you need to be proud of your age.
You know what? Thank you. I will be. It is a
I'm proud of
blessing to have lived this long.
Yeah, I'm too much older than you, and I'm proud of my age.
Good. Very good. I admire that. I will do the same. Thank you. Very good. All right, let's play a little game to review. Wonder what game we'll play. 4 in a row. All right. You can play this, Abby, because you can show me this is an A. We've done this in class before. So this is A, B, C. Okay. So it'll be multiple choice. So this is your question, Abby.
It's a bad word here like this.
Oh, you can spell the words. Yes. We will be here for a long time. Okay. So which of these words are nouns, sustantivos? We'll make this A, B, or C. That's a hard question. And a noun, sustantivo, is persona, person, place, or thing. So usually it's just a thing. Aha, look at you in your sign language. Good job. Okay, now you have to do it too, Susie. I want to see your sign language. Okay.
I don't know sign language.
Well, I just taught you A, B. No, this is an A. The thumb has to be here. This is an S.
Yes.
This is an A.
Okay.
B, C. Good. Okay.
Not like this. You said the whole time like this. Like this.
It's probably like this.
Uh-huh.
So let's face it like that. Okay. What is not a good reason to move to a new city? What is not? B. You think A?
No.
The weather is awful.
Uh,
Oh, I think I understand because it is maybe an opinion. Some people like cold weather. What is not? I hate these kind of questions. Not. Ugh. Anyway. So, all righty. Back to you, Abby. If you don't want to be alone all the time, you need to immigrate to a new country, pay your utility bills, make some friends. Yay, good. Okay. You can read these out loud, Susie.
I don't know the Leverson sign language.
A, B, C. Oh, the purpose of a text can be to blank people and make them laugh.
Entertain.
Oh, yeah. C. C. Good. If we're laughing, we're entertained. That's a good point. All right, Abby. When it's cold, people stay at home instead blank going outside. Yep. Instead of. Like in vez de. Good. Okay. I don't know who's winning. What are these? It is a very small picture. I can see the word gas and electric on there.
Bills.
Bills. These are bills. Oh, we love bills. Bills are the best.
Yes.
Okay, Abby, here's another one of these. Which sentence is not true? So which sentence is false? You can sometimes see, actually, Susie, will you read those?
You can sometimes see ice on the ground when the temperatures are very low. You can always see ice on the ground when the temperatures are high, and in some places in the US, there are ice on the ground the whole winter.
False. Well, I guess Alaska is in the US, technically. So, but let's see, you can always see ice on the ground when the temperatures are high. So that means it's hot.
Mhm.
And if it's hot, there would be no ice. Cool. Back to you, Susie.
To immigrate means to move to a new country.
Mhm.
That was easy.
Yay. What's the A in sign language, Susie?
Pardon me? A?
What's the A in sign language? I'm testing you. Yes, good job.
I know complete words like thank you, and you
Yeah.
can say please,
Uh-huh.
and then another like, well, I don't know. My son was learning
I was gonna say, does Christopher uses those? I bet.
sign language, like
That's good.
drinking.
Uh-huh. Does he like sign language videos, or does that
When he was
interest him?
he was little, we have so many different videos, songs videos.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we learn better.
Yes. I have access to a whole collection of sign language videos, baby signing time, sign is that the
what
one?
we
I
was
still have them. I have them on my computer. Savannah watched them as a baby too. It's so
oh
interesting, and she still remembers some, and I do
yeah,
too. I
we
loved
love it.
doing it.
Yeah, we love it that videos. We have just a couple of these of them.
I'll have to give you my password. You can log on and watch them if he likes them because they're cool. I like.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Okay. All right, Susie's gonna read this one for you, Abby.
What is immigration? Coming to live in a new country, coming to live in a new house, or coming to live in a new city?
Very good. All right, for the win, I think.
They are having social life, maybe dinner. They are sitting on a table.
They are. What's the last choice?
Discussion.
And what is a discussion?
When they are talking about something. No, maybe it can be any of the last two, maybe.
Yeah. All right, what's your final choice?
Discussion.
Yeah. If this is their social life, then they need to get out more. They don't look like they're having much fun.
Maybe they have a date and they are talking.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Oh, you're right. You're right. I was being judgmental. I'm sorry.
It's the pen.
Alrighty. Okay. Did you receive your package, Susie?
Nope.
I sent them on Friday, but I did not. I ran it through our postage machine and they returned them to us. There was not enough postage on it. So Gloria sent them out yesterday, again, correctly.
Okay.
So you should probably have it tomorrow, maybe. Abby, I'm going to send you. Do you still have your packet, Abby? No, I'm sending in the mail a packet of papers to practice and the schedule for our lessons and your homework so you can know what to expect and what's due. So tonight, I'll show you what it looks like. If I can find it. Mm. Away. Sorry, this is not the right thing. Here we go. P5. Period 5. So this is what the schedule will look like. I just realized these are Mondays, these are Wednesdays. I didn't change the day, but we still have 2 lessons a week. So this should be in this space. But for our first lesson this week, we did Module 8, Lesson 3. You will have, when you get your packet, I'd like for you to do pages 7 and 8 that go along with this lesson. And then your homework is going to view the next lesson, which is a grammar lesson. So your homework is Module 8, Lesson 4, and it's grammar. So then on Thursday, we will review that grammar lesson more deeply. What is deep? Con más detalle. What is the word? What is the word deep in Spanish?
Profundo.
Profundo, yeah. So we'll be más profundo.
Explicación
In
profunda.
yes, thank you. And we're going to try that. So you guys take a look at the lesson and then we will go deeper on Thursday for our next lesson, okay? And I'm checking your progress. So please log in and do these practices. And if there's not any questions, I will see you on Thursday.
Okay.
Good.
Mhm.
Thank you, Abby. See you on Thursday. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, Susie. See ya.